All right, so sometimes you're just going to have to pivot. Things do not always go as planned. Today, I was planning to shoot my video in my studio, got down in my studio, and the lights are out. And it's just frustrating. So I'm out here on my back porch doing this video, but it's okay. As artists and creators, we learn how to pivot. We learn how to do things on the fly. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have to be able to change in a moment's notice. Not everything goes as planned. Not everything goes the way you want it to go. Not everything falls perfectly into place. But there's always a silver lining, and there's always a positive to glean when we experience things like this. So right now, excuse me, I'm a little bit outside of my comfort zone because I'm not filming where I intended to film, but sometimes you have to be pushed out of your comfort zone. And sometimes it takes being pushed out of your comfort zone to experience something new. So let's talk a little bit more about that. In your career as an artist, if you're thinking about getting into art as a career, you're going to have plenty of instances where everything you planned will have to be thrown out the window, and you're going to have to create something new on the fly. A lot of times you have to work with what you got, and what you have may not be up to your liking and up to your par. But as creators, we always find ways to put things together in ways that we never thought possible or never realized. And you won't realize it until you're put into that situation. And those situations can be uncomfortable. Those situations can be a little unnerving. But with experience of being uncomfortable, with experience of a little bit of healthy stress, it's a good thing. It expands your thinking. It forces you to think outside of the box. And it definitely pushes your boundaries of expectations and your values, your modes, your thinking, all that good stuff. The point I'm trying to make is allow yourself to be pushed into an area of uncomfortability. Being uncomfortable and being in a place where you're not familiar is often the best thing that can happen to you as a creator. Because when that does happen, it opens your eyes to new things. It opens your body, mind, spirit, soul into a new experience that you might not have ever thought of before. So that's a good thing. That's something that you want to keep in mind, and you definitely don't want to push away, because every experience that you have as an artist is definitely being filed and being deposited within you, so that you can draw upon that experience later when you may need it. So I can give you a quick example about that. There was a time when I was in art school and we had typography, and back in those days, in the early 80s to 90s, they taught typography the old school way. You hand lettered with a brush and a quill pen, and it was very tedious work. We had to learn about different typefaces and the history of them, and their uses in advertising and design and so forth. But we spent hours copying typefaces. We spent hours hand lettering, and it was very, very boring and tedious work, to say the least. But a lot of people said, well, what? I don't have no use for this. I'm going to be an illustration major. I don't have no use for this. I'm not going into design. I'm not going into advertising. But I can tell you, learning how to render letters, learning how to actually draw letters with a brush and with real paint has helped my career as an artist in ways unimaginable. Unimaginable. I do a lot of mural work, and a lot of murals that I do require me to hand letter. And those foundational skills that I learned back in art school still prospers me to this day. So that's an example of what I was talking about earlier. So let me just drive this home. In art, everything you experience, everything you come across is useful. And don't ever think that just because something didn't go your way that you can't flip the script and turn it into a positive. The Bible says all things work together for good for those who believe and trust in Yah. So everything in art will work for your benefit if you have a positive mindset and if your goal is to actually solve a problem. I hope that helps somebody. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you all and have a great and mighty day.